Hey guys, welcome back to another stream. We're back with some more Apollo Justice today. Obviously, yesterday we had a very quick stream. A few issues overall. I was very tired and the volume was very loud, I noticed. So I did turn it down a tiny bit. Let me know if it's still, let me know if the volume needs changing. I'll probably have to preface it later. But yeah, essentially what happened last time is we're playing as Apollo Justice now, and we're basically defending Phoenix Wright. He seems to be in a murder case. We are defending him. Clearly, it's not going to be him. I don't know how in depth this case is going to be, so I'm assuming it's the waitress. But we'll see. Because I think it's too obvious to be the waitress. Because I feel like we're still missing a lot of information. We'll see. But that's what we're going to go with, I suppose, at the moment. Because who else is there? But yeah. Honestly, the actual controls are a bit confusing. I think they're a bit different from what I remember. So I'm still trying to get used to that. So I'm pressing a lot of wrong buttons. Hopefully I'll get used to it, but we'll see. Anyway, let's just load in. Yeah, it's WSD for example. I've been using the bloody arrow keys. Okay, there we go. Olga's big reveal. Okay, yeah. So at the moment we do think it's Olga, but that's because we literally have no other options. So I'm going to assume stop playing for save data. Yes. Okay, yeah, so this is just the actual quest examination now, so we might as well just go through it. Just how hard is it to make a full house anyway? It is quite hard, da. It is making a pair and a three of a kind at the same time. I guess that's right. Very difficult, to be sure. You can take my word as I poke ahead of courtroom number 3. Very difficult, da, but it is not possible. Impossible. Okay, full house, hard. This line of questioning, a waste of time. I do like Apollo's sass, I will say. There are 4 of each card in the deck from ace to king. Does that contradict anything we have? Actually, wait. Z. I don't want to press the wrong button. E. I want to inspect both of these. This is when he died. Them cards are flipped over, right? I'm pretty sure they're not flipped over in the image. Maybe it's that? Wait, 2 aces. 2 aces, yes. So that should be the same. Then them cards are flipped over. Okay. 4 of each card, you say? Da. There is 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. For each card. It is interesting fact that this number 4 comes from the number of seasons. Huh? You don't say. Oh, did you know that the cards are numbered 1 to 13? Add all the cards in the deck and you get 364. Yeah, wait, what? Huh? You don't say. Isn't that 1 day short? That's why each deck has 2 jokers. They say the second joker stands for leap year. Oh, I actually didn't know that, to be fair. Unless you have a perfect representation of the year. Well, in a deck of cards. I really didn't know that. Huh, you don't say. I'm gonna be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this. It just says the exact same thing over and over again. What is the obvious cheat? We still not work that out. How is it clear? Well, the defendant. He played a 5th ace. 5th ace? I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith, hand had 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's 2. Okay, so that's contradicting to what we see in the image. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So that's probably gonna be it then. How do I get out of it? There we go. Obviously, cheating was afoot. Or perhaps I would say, a hand. Your Honour, perhaps this can be added to the testimony, without Mr. Payne's joke. Very well. The witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. Okay, here we go. Present. There we go. It appears that the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name. Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you just said in your testimony. But the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice? Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out the point. Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. Hi Blair, how's it going? I'm feeling much more alive right now. But essentially, you haven't missed much. Essentially, what we're saying is, Olga said that Smith had 3 aces, but he only has 2. But yeah, no worries. I'll just fill you in, honestly. But yeah, hopefully wait, you'll be here for a bit, then leave. Okay, I get you. To be fair, it's only 10:30, so I could go longer, but I don't want to stay up too late. But we'll see. You haven't missed much of this one, don't worry. Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim. Mrs. Smith's hand has 3 aces. You can also clearly see the victim's hand only held 2 aces. Eeh! Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question. Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. The longer I look at Christoph, I see how he looks. Then I hate his personality. To be fair, in the in the preview, there's like a red version of Christoph, and he looks cool. Oh yeah, no worries, Bliff. Fuck's cool. Isn't it midnight though? Duh. I see cheating, alright, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. Yes. 2 aces in each player's hand. It does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please. It is true. I've seen it. The 5th ace. It was cheating, I swear to you. That's odd. She must be lying. Yeah. She's the most sincere I've seen her all day. I like to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin? Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honour, if I may, I have a suggestion. Oh, hello. Wait. That's not... Oh, hello, James. I was gonna say, that's not like my friend James, I don't think, but welcome, James. How's it going? I was like, wait, no, because that's not his... Unless this is a burner account. That's not James. This is a different James. Yeah, hopefully you're doing alright, James. Welcome. I have a suggestion. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards? The cards? Mr. Payne. Yes. The player's hand that night was set aside as evidence, were they not? Oh, you're yeet boy. That makes so much more sense. I was like, just casually be like, hi, by the way, I'm here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Hi, Yeet. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing alright. Very well. The prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? Victim's cards or the defendant's cards? If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? I'm gonna say the victim, because I'm gonna assume we're believing Phoenix. It was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. Yeah, and that, I guess. Defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would. Very well. Received evidence. Okay, yeah, thank you. Well, time's a wasting. Get to it, Justice. Yes, sir. Oh, it's doing it for me, okay. When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides and angles. See, we accidentally did this earlier, so we know. Try using the arrows to turn every way and B and M to zoom in and out. That should give you a better perspective on the case. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so examine. Close here. How do I rotate? Oh, okay. Well, how convenient. So they've changed the decks. What? Your Honor, look at this. One of your victim's cards. The back is a different colour. Eh? That's impossible. But I put that card in his right hand. Ah! Oh. Okay, so she tried to... Okay, I get it. What was that, Miss Orley? No, niet. I merely said, da, I have... Your Honor? Mr. Gavin, yes? Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To cheat. I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say? The dealer. Oh. Wait, so you mean... This witness, Miss Orley? She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager. Yeah! Yeah, she's pushing out catching plates as well. Order! Order! Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of it. I mean, of a mistake. Jesus Christ, Apollo, calm down. Your Honor, please recall this testimony we just heard. That's impossible. But I put that card in Mr. Wright's hand. I keep adding Mr. to that. There's no Mr. There you go. Olga Orley conspired to cheat, not with my client, but the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. Okay. Ooh! Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What? Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice. There were 3 people in that room at the time of the incident, and if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. I am. The way he said that was like he's saying that he's guilty. I was like, what? The defense accuses the witness, Ms. Olga Orley, of murder. Eee! Oh, and she's passed out. Okay. So is it her? Oh! It landed perfectly. Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley? It appears she has lost consciousness, Your Honor. Did I really end the trial that early? Okay, well... Oops, I messed up. If I knew it was only like 11 minutes left, I would have carried on. Mr. Justice. Your Honor? It seems you presented a new possibility to the court. Oh, never mind. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time. What? I did it. I held out. I see no point in prolonging this trial today. Prosecution will need to make further inquiries. Objection! Oh. Okay. That was Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix. Mr. Wright? Can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Oh, yeah. What next does the defendant spoon now? Think. One of the cards had a different colour back. Don't you wonder what it means? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook. Ridiculous. Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent. The ridiculous. He kinda looks fine here. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night. That was said before. We have prefaced that. The 2 decks of the club with different coloured backs, blue and red. Oh, I like the text change, that's cute. 1 colour per deck. Why use different coloured backs? We use the same colour. The 2 decks might get mixed. Use different colours and they still got mixed up. I love his sass. His little sassy remarks. We used the red deck for the last game. I see. Well, that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. It was literally Kristoff being like, the blue flames are embedded or some shit, I don't know. Yeah, we made a whole spectacle about blue cards and their backs and shit. Whatever. In the end, one card of the wrong colour got in the mix. Which means that was cheating. Yes, a card slipped in the deck. A card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yep, this card raises 2 serious questions. Follow? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It had been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder. Okay, it's probably after the murder then. Well, yeah. Thanks for that news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped. Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne. Or maybe not. Yeah. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When did you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck? I'm gonna say after. Because it's always after. Perhaps it happened after the murder? What's that? Ridiculous! What's the point of cheating after the hands have been shown? That's silly. Yes, but tell me, how do you sort the cards during a game? I'll take it silly over impossible. Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world, but very little impossible. Oh, even when the backs of the cards are different colours? If you pulled that during the game, you'd be quite no time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You can't really do it during the game. Huh. Very true. Now me and the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown. After the murder. Okay, this has gone past silly and straight on to crazy. Ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that? Indeed. That's one of the mysteries before us. There's another. Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for the blue cards? For a blue card. Who? The game, the murder, is done. The victim is dead. Only two remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, all Goalie. Okay, so who is that swapped the red card? Well, it's not Phoenix, and then Olga was the one who messed up, so I'm assuming it... I feel like it's not always someone else, but, what? I don't know. I'm gonna say someone else. Right? Because she didn't... I don't know. Let's just go with someone else. The one who sort the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And, well... it doesn't seem like it could have been all Goalie either. What are you suggesting? That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As to the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orley at this point. Yes, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she'd make a mistake of swapping the wrong colour card. If that card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Hey. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking about how much fun all this is. Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the card wasn't the defendant, and it wasn't Miss Orley, then who was it? Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. So that is the right answer, Mr. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction? We'll find that, indeed, after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. Oh. That's the one. Made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell, us that the first one was swapping the one coloured card. Because the one who did the swap didn't know the two colours of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number of cards. Right. The person replaced the fifth ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. They picked up a king from the table and swapped it. But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist. True, not until now. You have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Okay, so it's clearly someone we don't know. Unless we're literally talking about Shady Smith, but he could have woken up, I guess, maybe. Maybe he'd die straight away. No, wait, no, because he won't be seeing the I don't know. Wait, let me get the audio. I'm scared about what's gonna come next. Okay. I also keep pressing all the wrong buttons, so here we go. It's more than a possibility. There was someone there that night, the night of the scene of the crime. What? Oh, okay. I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. This trial has proceeded on one central assumption. Namely, that at the time of the incident, there was only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose there's a problem, yeah. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during recess. Certainly, Your Honor. Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes. The 20th, 11:52 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. It's suddenly clear there was another person at the scene of the crime, like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well now, I think you'd know the answer to that. Ah, being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I'd only ask, that you leave, the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph. Justice? Yes, sir? The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me. You did well, Bolo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear. Is it really yours, Mr. Wright? Ah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket? Hey, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there. Oh, the baby! How cute. I'm just surprised to hear you have a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? Oh, Phoenix, no. What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago? Well, I did. It's not reasonable for you to think I might cheat. Oh no, what did he do? I never, honest, but it is odd that you managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. But know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. Eh? You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's all like a court case. Poker is like a trial law? Figure out what your opponent's thinking, and you win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. Think not. Try as they might conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. The body language can even be a valuable source of information. You're kidding? That's sexy. Honestly, no. Why is Homeless Phoenix kind of hitting? I play him as go. That witness, for instance, Miss Orton. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? No. Come on, who'd notice that? Words, habits, twitches. It's all information for their reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass that secret on to you. Well, yeah, they did, because it was a different painting before. Yeah, Paloma, hopefully you're doing alright. Basically, what's happened is, I'll try and give a brief rundown. So, this guy has been murdered, Shady Smith. We still got Winston. This is a witness. She's like a dealer that was playing a poker game between these two. And essentially, Shady Smith and Olga Orley were trying to rig the game, but she messed up, and then Phoenix somehow still won. The guy's been murdered. We obviously just don't know what's happened yet, but he's been like passed out, and then we have a picture of him with Phoenix, but that's where we're at the moment. Yeah, it should be the judge. Yeah, I think it is supposed to be the judge. But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way you'll pick up on these signals. Oh, you can do it. Huh? You just don't know it yet. What's he talking about? Zaddy. Oh, welcome back, Blair. What's he talking about? But you will, soon. It's like Phoenix is controlling us. Did Phoenix move under a bridge? Honestly, wherever he is, I'll join him. Look at his jawline. Sheesh. Oh, I almost forgot. One more thing about this case. You should know. I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. Phoenix, what the fuck? What? I knew it. I have my reasons, of course. All should be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power. My, power? I had no idea my quads of steel were that special. He thinks he's just gonna shout at Phoenix, it'll be fine. It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. Are you kidding me? If I held out for 25 more minutes, I could have done this last night. Well, there we go. Oh, I meant to save. Oh my god. It's so annoying that he uses WASD. This isn't the Phoenix I knew, but he's the sexier Phoenix. Yes. April 20th, 12:14 PM, District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. As our witness, Miss Olga Orley recovered.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness.
Perhaps we will hear her version of the events again.
That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued.
You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne. Yeah, he had to sell the law officers, obviously. Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. You know what? I say that as a joke. He probably actually had to sell it, because why the hell would he look homeless and plays piano? Yeah, he plays piano, by the way, Paloma, and he's also a poker player. That's what Phoenix does now. And it's been 7 years, I think he said. The defense would like to take the request that Miss Orley take the stand. Very well. The court will allow us to take the stand. Oh my god, Paloma. We have a history log as well, which is the best thing ever, because you know how many times I skip over things. Even Eagles have a hard time. Wait, I literally missed that one while I said that. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. What? Why? Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser.
Not.
Oh, she's a pirate. Name's Olga Orley. That's the truth.
I'm a pro dealer. People call me
Olga Quickfingers Orley. So she's not Russian. She's a pirate. Oh my god. What? Oh. Oh, really?
Want to say something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like oh really.
Okay, she's not actually Russian. Okay, that makes sense.
There. That's the truth. I hope you're satisfied.
Wow, look at that figure.
Witness.
You will tell the court what you were really up to that night. Ploma's a ghost. Wait, Blair, can you not see Ploma? Like, actually in the chat. Really? Wait. Maybe I'm bugging. Let me open the stream on my phone and see if I can see Ploma. But I mean, funny if I can't see Ploma. Oh, no, I can see it on my phone. Maybe you're liking Blair? I don't know. I'm just trying to work out why you can't see Ploma. Unless it's something else. Oh, wait. Sorry, someone's messaged me as well. Let me just check this. Oh, never mind. Unrelated. Okay, fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Let me remind you that you're currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. You're in timeout. Oh, what was that? I was reading chat. Okay, I should put fine after all that.
Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted by the Borscht Ball Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress.
So you were in cahoots with the victim?
Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple, elegant really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Mr. Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When the hands are revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out a plenty card and the trap would snap shut.
Okay, so sort the cards. Okay. Oh, you see play. Okay, that's fine.
Exposed as a cheater would be and losing on top of it. It would have made my made a great double play. Just like this, a legend would be dashed into pieces.
Indeed. Getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins.
A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan.
Oh really, Orley?
How droll.
But it appears you made quite the mistake. A mistake?
I agree. The trap was elegant. Yet, what happened to that planted card? Hey, that's right. He's lucky. I'll give him that. You have to be, wait. You have to be slip-free from a trap laid by Olga Quick Fingers Orly. That was like a tongue twister. Oh, really? The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. He needs to stop talking to women. Cute? Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad. Same. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. Best laid trap. That night, I planted a card like I was supposed to. I might lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But that planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up the ball and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good, cheating defendant. A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. The trap was perfect, I tell you. If it wasn't that rotten cheater hadn't messed up. If that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look, he's talking. Literally, though. Well, the testimony for what it's worth is all yours, Mr. Justice. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? With defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Literally. Oh yeah, I'm glad it went alright, Paloma. I did forget about that, honestly, but yeah. I'm glad that it went alright, though. Then I planted the card like I was supposed to. This planted card, which card was it exactly? The trump card. The 5 of hearts. Let me guess. Mr. Wright was to have switched the 5 with the ace to make a full house. At least that's what you're going to accuse him of doing, thereby ruining his legend. I slid into Mr. Wright's pocket. When was this? Why? Before the match, of course. While he was eating. At the Bush Ball Club, we serve Bush and suckers. Okay, that's good though. At least you got it over and done with as well, and your professor liked it. Remind me to never go though. Of course, the card was to make its grand debut during the game. Like a good Bush, a good plot, it must be cooked up early to allow it to thicken. So, everything went according to plan? Exactly. The fifth ace came up, so it was obvious the switch went up without a hitch. Once the extra card was found in this pocket, I could be forever known as a cheat and a fraud. Jesus Christ. But worse things to be known as, I suppose. Tell us what happened with the search. The plank card was gone. The card disappeared. Yeah, at least it went good, Paloma. Yeah, my trump card, the 5 of hearts, gone, without a trace. Poof, zipper. We searched every nook and cranny. Oh my god, I'm not even joking, right? While I was in Malaysia, I was like melting every day. It was actually alarming. I'm so glad to be back in England, but it's weird because I'm cold now. Which, I mean, obviously makes sense. But like, wind was like freezing today. I actually was wearing trousers though, so that's something. We searched every nook and cranny. Even inside his cute little hat. Exactly, it's all a learning experience, Paloma. But that card was nowhere to be found, is that correct? Never in my long storied career. Never has Quick Fingers Orly been so readily duped. Oh, really? So what did happen to the 5 of hearts? That's the whole point, Judge. Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant? Says the one who actually has been cheating. I'm so confused. 5 of hearts are still missing in action. Like, well, that's probably gonna incriminate the real criminal, right? Right pick to the bar and swung out. Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? You searched Mr. Wright, and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat. Which means he had no reason to strike the victim. Well, here we oh! Woo! A little fob. Oh, why did I say like a little fob? Jesus Christ. What was that just now? Like, sense something. Has he got magic powers? I love that for him.
This must start like -5, but now it's at 20. Jeez, that is a jump, to be fair. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press it a little harder? Yeah, I guess so. Miss Orley, you're hiding something. What are you talking about? You... Me? Quick fingers, Orley? The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness, then. You see, you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is it true? Of course it's true. I did see it. Honest, it's just reaching my ear again. I saw it when Mr. Wright hit him. Here we go. Throb, throb, throb. With my own eyes, I saw it. What's this weird vibe moving? A witness, for instance, was all. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Touching her neck, was that? That's her... I guess that counts as it. What the hell is happening? Really zoomed in on her face. Okay. Whoa, what's going on? Our eyes are like... Apollo is tripping right now. He's got laser focus. He is like so zoned in. It's like, you know when you have that really fine, like, you really hyper focus on something. That's what this feels like right now. Oh, wait, that does make sense. But still, that's like a alarming change. Whoa, what's going on? This sensation, it's coming into focus. He's tripping. This guy is tripping. That twitch, it's so clear. It's like I could perceive a habit like I couldn't before. Gotcha! Gotcha! Love that. I already love that. Gotcha! Miss Orley, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself. Unaware of what? Whenever you get a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says the part of the testimony, she is subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory as she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. A memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about? This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defendant. You claim the witness is remembering something. Do you have evidence of this memory to show us? Bear with me, I'm just gonna go to the toilet for a second. I was just washing my hands, but don't mind me. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us. Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So, what reminds her most of the moment of the crime? Miss Orley, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed it happen when you think about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an erasable impression on your neck is... Oh! She got hit by the ball? There's no other weapon, so I guess so. Take that! Whenever she talks about the moment of crime, she touches the neck. What reminds us more of the moment than this ball, the murder weapon? But something doesn't fit. If you were only the witness of the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain? What's he talking about now? It was Mr. Smith, the victim, he was saying. Not you. This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wide conjecture. the witness's habits, they're completely irrelevant. Justice, I'll admit, I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later, just trust me. Now's our only chance to break up. Miss Orley, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment. Yet, I am knowing nothing. You've gone back to being Russian. We know you're not Russian. I love Apollo's expressions. I was gonna say I already like him more than Phoenix. I don't know about that, but yeah, no, I already like Apollo. The witness will testify, please. Now. Bah, fine. Wait, oh.
Hold it!
You seem uneasy. You try standing up here. Why is it dark all over the place? I must be getting warm. Tell me, after the crime, what was the defendant like? Oh, well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime. He sat in a daze at the table until the cops came. Intriguing. I believe you've gotten all the testimony you're going to get out of this witness. So, what do you think about her testimony? I'll tell you what I think. Her testimony is flawed. It's basically bogus. It contradicts the evidence. Oh, what's that? Well, show us this evidence, Mr. Justice. This evidence that you claim contradicts the testimony. Oh, I'm out of sight until the cops got her. I know there's evidence like, oh wait, he literally made a phone call. Yeah, here we are.
Take that!
Miss Orley, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It says that the police were alerted by the report from the defendant. And we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Ball Club. Ah! So, explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. Eek! Love that. The man who picked the ball and swung at the night wasn't the defendant. Oh, was it Smith? And we're back here. Showdown time. You dare to cheat. Check his pockets, now. It's gone. The card's gone. You lose. Oh! Just then, Smith grabbed the bar from next to Wright. Oh. And he hit me. Okay. Some master of cheating you turned out to be. Okay, that was whacking her. Eee! Okay. And then, when I came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, where does this leave us? Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm imagining all of this. It appears the prosecution is at his wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? Mr. Gavin, sir? I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss Orley a big fat liar. What? Three were in the room the night of the murder. The defendant, the victim, and her. And she has a motive. A motive? Our plot foiled. The witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. And the denouement? I want to Google that word. So we'll translate denouement. I spelled that completely wrong. Denouement.
Denouement.
Denouement. Denouement. The denouement of that argument was murder. What? I'm no killer. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled we catch ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright, it's a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. Oh. What are you saying? why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before recess. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of cards had been used. A 4th person. Yeah, fair enough. What does it mean?
This very game, your 4th person doesn't exist.
Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here. Where there's no escape and no chance for deception. Perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal. And we're in luck. A clue of the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. Right at the beginning of the trial, no less.
What?
Apollo. Why would you know what I'm talking about? Sorry? Remember what I said? The 4th person who swapped the cards made 1 critical error. You know, she wasn't considering the colour of the back of the cards. Right. How could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards we used in the last game were red. Yep. There's 1 person here in our court. No, it's Christoph? No. Wait. Oh my. Wait. No. Oh my god, I made a comment on the blue. You thought the cards were. Oh my. Chills. I actually just got chills. Oh my god, it's literally Christoph. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, to be fair, he's the only other person in the case. But the fact that I literally commented on him mentioning the fact that they were like blue backed, whatever. And that's actually. Oh my god. Okay, sure, whatever. Yeah, I had that impression too, but why? Well, Apollo, think you can figure out who it was?
It's not me, I swear.
Who was this 4th person? Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Let's see what the defense has to say. Who was it? Who thought the cards we used in the final game were blue? Oh my god. I mean, again, there's only 5 people and it's clearly none of the other 4, but still. Jeez, okay. As I expected. Oh my god. I didn't expect that. Your eyes and ears are a sharp share. I was right? Christoph Gavin, you were the 4th person that night. But, of course Mr. Gavin knows the colour of the cards. How would he? As you see, the photo in the crime scene is black and white. Can't tell which of these cards are blue. The ones on the floor or the table. But look. You can see the colour in this photo. No. Oh. Okay. Fair play game. Yes. But when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light. Literally. It's when he was being all Taylor Swift-like and using like all these like big words. It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. It's not only that, a game, in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor.
A competition?
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passion. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flames, know its final outcome. Like, literally, oh my god, wait, that's... Oh my god, wait. I love that. The sexiest one. Oh my god. Well, Christoph? Oh my god. Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? No? No, nothing. Excuse me, it was just so sudden. Right, you aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph. You know, even I'd never take a joke this far.
This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder.
I assure you, I'm quite sane.
What possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim?
I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either.
Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met.
How do you know that? Well, what if they have? Huh? There's a possibility after all. They met that night, before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to court. Objection! Oh. The defense would like to request no such thing. Oh my god, Chris, he's giving me chills. And they are multiplying at a terrifying rate. Now that we know he's evil, he's kind of scary. I'm getting chills. Defense would like to request no such thing. Mr. Gavin, testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happen before that game of poker? How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. As explained before, the defense believes that Miss Orley. Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Oh, okay. Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Yes, absolutely. This was Mr. Wright, and this was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along. And I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. Wait, it's like that Andrew Brutus thing. So he's been betrayed by Apollo. Justice, you would betray me, your teacher. I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth. Christopher's just gonna stab us. Very well. Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. This is getting spicy. Appetite before murder. That evening, Christopher and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Oh. Okay. Charlie Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christopher left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. Yo was not that called, but Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead. Blood streaming from a cut in his forehead. That's when I made another phone call. The defense attorney, Gavin. Oh. Mr. Gavin, you were at the Borscht Ball Club the night of the murder. I dealt with him rather frequently. And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder. Quite against my will. I had become involved in the murder. I thought I might need a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then, and now. Okay, so something's happened in his past. That stopped him from being a lawyer, probably. I thought my office was doing you a favour when we took on your defence. It appears that I was wrong. Well, the defence may cross-examine the witness. This is getting so spicy. I love it. Justice. Sir? He's lying, and you're going to expose him. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. Apollo is literally on his first day of the job, and he is literally in the middle of two titans right now. Why can't I have a normal trial? Literally. Poor guy. You had dinner with Mr. Gavin? Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Ball Club quite frequently. We were enjoying the usual dinner at our usual spot. No, we were enjoying the usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual. Always sit at the table close to the piano. I see. Where was where Mr. Smith was sitting? So, the plates and such were on the table, were from your dinner. Indeed. The remnants of my meal were Christoph. We dined for 2 hours, then Christoph left. After that... That's my fault. 5 minutes? So the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time. That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure. Oh, Mr. Wright, what is it you said? Christoph Gavin and Shelley Smith may have met? I believe I did say that. Yeah, I was all nervous about this meeting. And now we hear they're just passing the hall. It does seem a little weak to as a pretense for murder. Oh, it would be. If that was all that really happened. Come on, Mr. Wright. Why are you hiding this time? Yeah, like, he's really not helping us, but he's also trying to be smart about it. About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga Orley mentioned. Problem simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Mr. Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When the hands were revealed, Smith would call out and search Wright.
You then pull out a planted card and the trap with the snapshot. You swap the cards. Just like that, a legend would be dashed to pieces. So that, yeah, that's the same trap. Yes, I almost broke, in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I haven't discovered it. A quirk? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. The card she planted? Yeah, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 odds. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card. For the game. Oh, okay. What if all defense attorneys get on like that man with the hair? I'd rather say... To be fair, Winston is a prosecutor, so it's fine. But yeah, to be fair, I think minus Marvin Grossberg, all of the defense attorneys are hot. Clearly, oh wait, but I mean the only hot prosecutor has been God. Oh wait, no, I was gonna say Godot, but also Edgeworth. How did I forget? Never mind. I lied. All of the lawyers are hot except Winston. Oh. Disposed. Well, there was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking beside me. Threw that card inside the bottle. Empty bottle of grape juice. The murder weapon? Really? Did we not examine it? It's definitely not in there. Yes, I rolled up and shoved it in. The gold glass makes it hard to see. A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like a terrific drama. Card inside the murder weapon. That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Oh, is it gonna be there now? That's right. Could the poker head of Courtroom 3 approve of this battle of wits? Please revise your testimony of this new information. Discover the trap during the game. Dispose of the... Okay, there's still nothing in there, so I guess we present the ball. Objection! Oh, we don't. I thought we were just gonna contradict him, being like, there was no ball. Hold it! Why in the ball? I pursued my opponent and said immediately. I'm used to entrapment, you see? I knew what was coming. Oh, so you shook first. I like that. I know every trick in the book. They don't work on me. At least when you get lucky and stick your hand in your pocket, they don't. That was not a call. You made the call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct? Exactly. South ones don't get a signal down in the hideout. Was anyone else on the first floor at the time? Not so. It was the middle of the night, after all. So there, in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. After making the call, I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress alone. I want to inspect the... No. I want to inspect this. Do we need to examine it again? Yeah, I was just... The ball is completely empty. Never mind. Welcome back. When you returned, the victim was already dead, yes. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in. A little. He was bleeding from his forehead, after all. I guess I'd be startled too, if I walked into a scene like that. Could you explain why you called Mr. Gavin? I'd obviously gotten involved in a rather sticky affair. I figured Christoph's law office would give me a friend rate for my defense fees. Glad to hear you intend to pay. Oh, I'll pay in full, Christoph. It was I who got you involved, after all. You may find the price of your defense quite high, my good friend. Quite high. He's definitely the murderer. Is this the truth that Mr. Wright was talking about? Justice. You know what you have to do. He's lying. Expose him. Now. Yes, sir. I have to think, what's Mr. Wright trying to tell me with his testimony? The truth has to be in there somewhere. I'm gonna save now, because we've inspected the bottle and seen it's empty now. And now we're gonna try and represent the bottle, now that we've inspected it. I keep pressing all the wrong buttons. Objection! Yeah, we had to inspect it first. Okay, well that's fine. We knew it was empty because we inspected it earlier, so that's kind of annoying. Mr. Wright, if I may? Yes? I've examined the bottle, and I don't see any card in there. No? What? Mr. Wright, surely isn't all you have had to say for yourself? I can't say I know what's gone. I did put it in the bottle, however. Huh? Perhaps a fifth person came and took it out. Oh, and a sixth person could have helped. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. I won't have you, disparaging our investigation either. We looked inside that bottle. There was nothing. So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear? In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Oh. Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO. Why do I have the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? Yeah. So what was the new evidence? What did we learn from that? I pressed this one, right? Yeah, I did. We just get through this then. Is there the 5 anywhere in here? Details. No. Oh, you got a published article. Let's go, Paloma. Pog. What was it about? You're gonna have to post a link now so we can read it. No. Wow, that's great. Well done. Oh wait. Did we inspect this? You made a call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct? Exactly. Cell phones don't get signaled down now in the hideout. Was anyone else on the first? Oh wait, time not so. No, I did inspect that. Never mind. And when you returned, the victim was already dead. Yes. Oh man, I was still startled. Okay. You want to read that? Okay, I did have a thought just then. So his hat is covering his head, and we only know he was bleeding out his forehead because of that. Because yeah. So I do think it might be that. I might be tripping. There we go. It actually was. I was just pure. That makes sense, actually. Yeah, Mr. Wright, if I may. Yes. Yes. Take a look at this photograph. The crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I don't think you would know. You could see blood on his forehead. Good point. Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it. Mr. Wright, can you explain to this to the court? I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put the hat on his head. Eh? You put the hat on the dead man's head. You wore it through our entire poker match. When the police, when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. Shining brightly, just like in this photograph.
And I picked his hair off the floor and put it on his head.
Why would you do such a thing like that?
All I can say is, I'm sorry. That's the only thing I touched at the crime scene.
So, Miss Ollie didn't see it? It being the victim's, his head?
I think not. She was at gone. I believe I was the only one who witnessed it.
Ah, here we go again. Mr. Gavin? Pardon. It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case. Hey, he's still a client, isn't he?
I believe that's enough of that.
Mr. Gavin? This witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies.
He's so obviously the killer.
I'm meaning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago.
Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christoph. I never knew.
I believe it was you through the first stone. Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never.
Don't be misled. I haven't told a single liar.
Eh?
When I noticed the trap, I put the card on the ball to dispose of it. I want to put the hat on the victim's head. Let's just say I had reason for doing that as well. But reason? To hide the fact? That reason is right here. Your cell phone? That night. Recall that I spoke to the defense attorney, Gavin, after calling the police. Just in case, I recorded our conversation.
What's this?
Now that we're all here, I have no reason why I shouldn't play it back to the court. Ooh, there's gonna be something decisive in there. 1 or 2 weeks, what heist? Oh, let's go, Blair. Hopefully you get the one you want. First off, I seem to be in a bit of trouble.
This
Came out going well. Something like that. That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good. Turned out to be dead. Someone in. Hard. I mean, someone cracked that force. So he knows that someone's whacked him over the head, I guess? It wasn't you, was it? Me, please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. It comes to that. Yeah, it's that. Yeah. It's the fact he said he cracked something. Yeah, bone china plate. Kind of porcelain. Very smooth and shiny. Not plate. And not plate, but peat. I did say plate as well. I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead. The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So, after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Ball Club. Most certainly. Then how did he know? When did he see this? Bone china plate. Oh, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, honestly, no. Phoenix definitely has a Nokia phone. Oh god. Hopefully, I'm sure high school really isn't that bad. You'll be fine. Honestly, it's the friends thing really. I'm just trying to make sure you get along with most people. Yeah, hopefully you get the one you want. Yeah. Yes. That's where I began to see my good friend in a different light. Phoenix knew. Phoenix clever. Trouble. I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mrs. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Oh my god, Phoenix is clever, man. How would you like to explain this to the court? It's like, how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? Honestly, there's like 100 students, some are second applicants, they have a small chance to get in. Oh, it's like roughly a third, okay. So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin? It's come down to this, has it, Phoenix, right? I'd say they were going to make love, but he's got edge with. Order! I will have order. Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe this court has been left with no choice. Are you prepared to hear the defense attorney Gavin's testimony?
Yeah, well, as the prosecutor,
Very well. We'll break for 10 minutes. After which, Mr. Gavin will take the stand for cross-examination. Oh. Are we all clear on that?
Crystal clear, Your Honor.
Very well. This will be the final recess for the day. We're nearly done with... Chapter 1 has lasted so long, Jesus Christ. The April 20th, District Court... no. April 20th, 2:52 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both at the judge's chamber. Who would have thought the day would turn out like this? May I? Oh, it's the daughter! What? Hello, sir. Please, pick a card. What's all this about? Is this one okay? Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it. Trump card? The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and the game is yours. I swear to God, if this is the fucking 5 of hearts, whatever it was, I'm going to cry. That's all. Oh, it's not. Oh! An ace? Where do I remember that card from? Huh? Is that not in... That's one of the cards on the table, but I don't understand why it's got... Why does she have it? I've just inspected the wrong image. These controls are killing me. Okay, space. Yeah, it's that one down there. Wait, sorry, I'm just reading the chat. I mean, all the words are blending together. Yeah, literally, just make sure you relax. At the end of the day, it feels like it's the biggest thing in the world, but like, just get through high school and you're fine. Well, and college or whatever. An ace. Where do I remember that card from? Mrs. Smith hand had 3 aces, and Mr. Wright 2. It is 5 aces in all. This is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. That was cheating, I swear to you. The missing 5th ace. Oh, yes, it's just the missing one. Wait, this blotch of red. Is it blood? You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth. My father's fate is in your hand. I know you can do it. Aw, I love her outfit. This bloodstained card is my trump card to find the truth. I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what all this meant. That girl, I'd seen her recently, but where? She literally just mentioned her father. That's when I made the connection. There we go. It's like Motorola, but I don't think that's Japanese. Yeah, Huawei, that's the one. Oh. April 20th, 2:45 PM, District Court, courtroom number 2. It sounds stupid, but I like that we can actually see Apollo's face. Before they used to just be blurs. Like blur. Court will now reconvene. Defense Attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? He just says no. Wow, he's kind of daddy again. Now, there we go. Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Well, the witness state his name and occupation. This is fast necessary, Your Honor. Believe me, far strange things have gone on in this courtroom. Fine, I'll play along. There's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's heart? A secret? I'm guessing it means the fact that Mrs. Smith was bald. Forgive my curiosity, but what is this, what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have, inordinated interest in it. Objection! Oh! Hi, Phoenix. I won't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Wright, what do you think you're doing, Wright? Whoa, things look pretty different from the other side. Know what I mean, Navarro? Speaking of looking on the other side, let's consider this simple for a second. The victim wore a hat all night, never once taken it off, except for that one time. That one time, being the instant he was hit. Oh? When Mr. Wright returned from the report of the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, to be fair, Blur, it is very Nokia shaped. I'd actually go as far as to say it is actually a Nokia. It would have had to be there in the hideout at the time of the crime.
In other words, I must be the real killer. Is that what you're trying to say? Is what you're trying to say. Not bad, Apollo. Mr. Gavin. Mr. Gavin. I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with the court. Wait, what? Oh, I assure you, I had noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. That's not noble then, you're just lying. Even if you were. Wait, have you heard the Arabic Nokia ringtone? Wait, let me play it. I want to know. I was gonna search in YouTube. Arabic Nokia ringtone. Audio. Let's listen to it. Wait, this slays. Am I gonna get copyrighted for this? Wait, it actually slaps though. Hopefully this is the right one, but it kind of slaps. It's nearly done now. That was great. I loved that. There's a 7-minute video of all ringtones of the Nokia. Oh my god. Okay, let's not do that. I've never heard that in my life. I didn't even know there was Nokia, like Nokia specific ringtones. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Yet, I'm afraid in this current situation, I see little reason to hide anything. Very well, allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night. What an idiot. Finally, you begin your testimony. Tell us, how were you involved in the events that fateful night? That's Slade. The rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement to peek in through the little window in the hideout. I was right after the murder took place. The victim was dead, as he appeared in the photo. His bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright, holding a bottle in his hand. I sensed that was not the best place for me to be at the time, so I left. That's when and when the call came from Wright. No, because we would have... You're an idiot. Piss off. Literally, I'll get on... We'll hop into the Discord, all of us, and we'll just listen to them. So, you witnessed the murder. Better for worse, I missed the actual moments of the deed. Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you are on Mr. Wright's defense team? Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client. What else can I say? I'm standing on the witness stand, after all. So you are, Mr. Gavin. And you testified, and had you testified as you did, you had to tell them you saw the scene through the crime through that little window. Mr. Wright? You had to say that, because that was the only probable window of opportunity, right, boy? Oh. Mr. Wright, the defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. Can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial's getting weirder and weirder. This is very weird.
Hold it!
That man, do you mean Mr. Smith? He was different from the other customers. His aura, shall we say. I knew he was a serious poker player, but it was more than that. So then you knew the true nature of your client's job? Of course, but I also knew he wasn't engaged in gambling, which would be illegal. Well, it makes sense that you knew. They were friends after all. Word for my friend, I returned to the club. You see, I feared this Mr. Smith might be someone coming to settle an old score. I see. What happened then? Wait, do we have a map of the place? We do not. Okay, that's fine. I'd like to have a map. The little window. You mean the one you used to keep watch upstairs? Okay, yeah, that's the one. I just don't believe that he came down the stairs.
Maybe, actually? I don't know. Yes, a relic of ancient past. The black marketeers used it, I believe. Why did you go through the trouble of peeking through in through the window? Wouldn't it have been easier to just open the door and go into the room? He's like, yeah, and? Didn't want to upset Wright, you see? Upset Mr. Wright? Yes. What if my fears had been unfounded? I'd be walking in on their match. Bad form, to say the least. So far, everything you say makes sense.
Hold it!
How did you know it was right after the murder? Really, no need to shout justice. Oh. I was just getting to that part of my testimony. There he is. The coolest defense in the West, we know and love. Even when you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change. I was afraid you changed too, right? But you haven't. You and your overbearing personality of yours. Oh, and that overbearing personality. With friends like these, who needs enemies? Victim was dead as he appeared in the front.
Hold it!
By photo, you mean the second photograph of the crime scene? Precisely. See, he wasn't wearing his hat then. I saw his head when he was dead. And then Miss Wright came along and replaced his hat. Can you describe the scene of the crime for us? Unconscious girl on the right on the bottom.
Hold it!
Those are the only three at the scene of the crime? Well, now he's literally said that he's here. Yes, as far as I knew at least. As I saw at least. Then we're back where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? Literally the guy who was also there, maybe. But why didn't you talk to the police? 2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I did, I couldn't abandon my friend. Okay, well, then, is that classed as perjury? I don't know how that works. Because he's not really lying to the court, but he knows he's wrong? I don't know how to explain it. It sounds like a lie. It sounds like something you should be punished for, but whatever.
Objection!
There must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime. Justice. Just as I said. I just said I saw no one, not a soul. But that goes against what Mr. Wright said. Oh yes, this mysterious 4th person. Who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose? I'm glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin. Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap the cards in the victim's hand? True. Perhaps you could show us the reason why such a thing would be necessary. How can I show something I can't find myself? Remember, Apollo, the cards were swapped out with Fiffies. Fiffies, right? Well, Mr. Justice, the question of where the killer swapped out the cards has been raised. Can you point out a reason? Can I? Oh, yeah, literally the ace. Now or never, the defense would like to present evidence to the court. Evidence showing the reason why the car was swapped out. Oh, because it's literally got blood on it. I'm an idiot there. Then go ahead and point. Go ahead and point out your reasons, Justice. Why did the killer take the 50s? But how did the little girl get it? Okay, my reason is this. Is that an ace? Why? Why? It's got blood on it. Right next to the spade.
What? This is insane. Why wasn't I told about this? Why?
Could this be the missing fifth ace?
Oh, he goes there. Inconceivable. How could you?
Oh, look at his face twitch.
What are you doing with that card?
Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Kevin so upset? She's actually scared. She's a fishy card for a fishy girl. I said that so fast. Oh, that card, it's mine. As I picked it up at the Porsche Ball Club when I had a kid. I gave it to my daughter. After a stock and trade, after all.
Objection!
She's a wizard.
No. Impossible. Unacceptable. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud.
Fraud? How can you be so sure? You're a wizard, Harry.
What?
I'd think the only person you could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. Allow me to elaborate. What if this trace of blood was the reason?
Reason for?
This killer's helping it. For the killer to take a card from the scene of the crime.
Where are you going with this?
Where are you going with this? I'm mixing up all the voices. Take another look at this photo. Under the victim's head. Moment of the crime, there's that fell on the floor. And a trickle of blood ran from the forehead down to the back of his head. And a drop of that blood will fall onto one of the cards Oh, God, I'm tired, but I need to get this done. I suppose the killer then saw the cards I had blood.
Objection!
Regardless, that evidence is not permissible.
Oh?
Right. Regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime is to conceal evidence.
Oh, we're going to discuss the finer points in the legal system later. What's important now is that I answered your question.
What are you talking about?
You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a card from the crime scene. And now, I've told you. One drop of blood would be decisive evidence, you see?
Objection!
This is baseless conjecture. Baseless.
How? I get hiding the blood, but how does hiding the card implement Kristoff specifically? Surely he's I don't know. Interesting.
Objection!
I'd like to know more about that. Oh, he's back. Oh, I assure you it's quite base.
What?
It's amazing, really. Okay, well, a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. Quite simple. Well, Paulo? Yes? Get a picture of the scene of the crime. Okay, in your head. Well, it'd be nice if we saw a map beforehand. Okay. Oh! We're going all 3D. The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped out a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on the victim's hand. Wait. Oh, in the victim's hand. I think you meant literally on his hand. That's why I was confused. Given this, there's one decisive problem with this scene. What is it? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that the blood, there was blood a drop of blood on a card, whose position? Wait, oh my god, wait. What history? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given that there was a drop of blood on the card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? HF is an actualization of definite point he showed. Oh yeah, HF is built different now. Victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses. Whose position doesn't fit the blood card? Is it not him because... Oh, wait, yeah, because the card's on the table. He said the blood dripped to the back of his head. So it wouldn't have dripped on the card. It would have dripped back here. Right?
Take that!
Right? Well, isn't it the victim's position that's the problem? I don't follow your logic here, Mr. Justice. Well, look, the victim was struck in the back of his head, sending him back in his chair. You think any blood would fall behind the body, onto the table in front of him? Oh. Take a look at the photo again. If you blend in this position, the blood would have fallen onto the floor, not on the cards. Why, that's right. So, what does it mean? Edgewif's everyone's pet. Incidentally, we were all sitting on swivel chairs. Oh. Swivel chairs? Oh man. Well, try turning the chair around. Ow. Oh. The chair was facing the other way. Yeah, Edgeworth can do whatever he wants. It would have to be. Oh my god. Christoph was in the closet because he's a closeted gay man. It all makes sense. The victim's chair was, the victim's chair was facing away from the table. When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing? When we came back to the room, the body was facing a scene in the photo. That would mean the killer took the chair back around. Oh. Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. Now we know the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder, but this creates another significant contradiction. Again? Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Follow. Whose location in the diagram contradicts with a new understanding of the crime. Okay, now it's the killer's.
Take that!
The victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front? Seeing where the indicator currently is? I think it'd be quite hard, yes?
Yes, but what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim simply turn to face the wall in the middle of a game?
I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light.
What?
There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram, the cupboard. Follow. If the victim was struck where he was sitting as shown here, where would the assailant be standing? Try marking it on the diagram. What? But there's no room to mark where the killer would be. Don't worry. Let's think it through and see what we find. Though the victim was facing towards the wall at the time of the crime. That's the only thing we know for sure. Try to forget everything else. Where would the killer be standing in front? Okay, well.
Take that!
He's been chilling in the cupboard. The killer had been standing here.
You get points for flair, but that's all about you get.
I was onto something here, too.
I really need to point out that standing there would be impossible. The victim is facing a solid cupboard. You claim the killer climbed the cupboard and hit the victim from above.
Simple logic, really. That's the only place a killer could be standing. And that means, at the very moment of the crime... Wait, I know. At the moment of the crime, the cupboard wasn't there. What?
What's this now?
I mean, that's the only explanation, right, Mr. Gavin? Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange an examination. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately. Bailiff, send a team to the crime scene immediately. Have them try to read the cupboard. Your Honor? What? There's one more thing you all men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. Yes, I see. You do belong to the courtroom after all. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. We're gonna get murdered. Let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once more. It's been changed. The killer was standing here at the time of the crime, and this cupboard wasn't here, which means, Apollo, try moving the cupboard. Oh, it blocks the window. So he cut. It all makes sense. Thank you. As you can see, the cupboard was broken. At the time of the murder, it had to have been as shown here. Now that everything's in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my. What's this? What is it now? Look at the diagram. Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. First, you find yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction. Huh? Oh dang. Notice something, Apollo? A line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Justice, please point out the new contradiction indicator. Is it the victim, the killer, the witness, or the second witness? Which indicator? Yeah, blah 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 blah. It's this bitch.
Take that!
About this cupboard. Are we all okay in assuming it was moved? Wait, okay, bear with. I just realized it's midnight. I've not closed my window. I've been shouting. Oh my god, that's another thing. My wrist is still messed up. So that's fun. Sure, why not? Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window of the stairs. Oh! That's right. Someone was standing outside. Someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone, like Mr. Gavin. What? What did you say? Oh, this is the coolest defense in the West losing is cool? Ugh. Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? Playing games until someone is killed, Mr. Gavin. Someone was. While the window to that room was put by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, why would you like to explain to the court? Exactly where did you witness the crime from? Yeah, literally. I need to. This wrist is not looking good. I probably should see a doctor, actually. I haven't worn the hand brace in a while because the holiday I just kept sweating through it. It was kind of disgusting, actually. But, like, it's not been bad. It's just every so often I would do something stupid with it. Like, use my left hand for, like, a doorknob or something. Excuse me, Your Honor? Order! This is the court of law, and I will have order. We just now received word from the investigation team at the Bushbuckle. They've examined the cupboard and hideout, Your Honor. Oh? And what did they find? Well, Your Honor, it turns out there is a secret passage behind it. Oh my god, okay. What? Ah yes, I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. There's one, this is one of the tricks of the rooms, many regulars are, this is one of the tricks of the room, many of our regulars know about. Do you remember him saying something about that, now that you mentioned it? Secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal ongoings. You never know who you might need to duck away from in the eyes of the law. So the room has a secret passage? Where does it go to? The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops. And enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. Oh my. Christoph, you're fucked. See where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo? I see it, but I don't believe it. The girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. Time of the murder, the window was blocked and the victim's hat was only off his head the few minutes between Mrs. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin? Come on, say something. He's gonna go crazy. Shall I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we could probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, from whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with destiny. There he crouched, hidden in the secret passageway behind a cupboard. Holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. A chance came, he took it. Oh! Why did you do that? Wait a minute, I'll get help. So, Olga Ollie was that called, struck by Mr. Smith. His time was soon to come. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the police. Cops. Leaving Mr. Shady Smith alone in the hideout with an unconscious dealer. You know what, honestly. And our killer stepped out from the secret passage into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding across. Aside. He wheeled his chair around to look, and after the deed was done, we must have been seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized he needed to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, you might have noticed the card on the floor. And the fact that they were all red. Ugh. He's not gonna freak out. I'm going to horny jail. Yeah, sure, fine, I'll do it. Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly sorry I had to see the day it comes together. So no breakdown? Mr. Gavin? Mr. Payne? Yeah? Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant he is hereby cleared of all suspicions. Wah! Believe me when I say that, I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I am afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest. Immediately. Objection! Oh, here we go. I'm scared. Oh, no need to apologize. I'd rather enjoy myself. It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber could be taken in by such a low-level parlor trick. Excuse me? The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. That is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put blame on someone else. It's not just anyone else, but to me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence?
Objection!
Huh? Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin. Is there still any reason at present to suspend me of wrongdoing? Of course. This bottle, for instance. Bowl of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking? How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? I'm not just any fingerprints, am I right, Mr. Payne? Actually, yes. The fingerprints on the bottle were upside down. You seem to recall this being an issue earlier. The court, in this case, don't want an explanation. I can think of only one reason why one would hold a ball upside down. As to hit something at the bottom of the bottle. Well, you wanna? Oh. See how the court fish swims to the last? See how the court fish swims to the last? Well, Apollo? Yes? The boss seems awfully concerned about this ball still. I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation. Just like that. Yeah, just like what? Why would anyone grab a ball upside down other than to... Oh. Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one. Is there really another? Take a look at the court record. I do believe you find a simple answer there, in plain sight. How about you just say the answer in plain words? I love his sass. It would be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions indeed. So, there's a ball, okay. I mean, if you were reaching over the ball, you'd grab it there. Okay. He's grabbing, he leans down to grab the ball. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that is like the only piece of evidence we haven't used. Actually, wait. Yeah, we used everything else. Okay. Well, Mr. Justice, it's kind of said that the court, and this case, demand an explanation. Don't worry, justice won't leave until justice is done. Perhaps the defense will care to enlighten the court. What evidence do you have to explain where the fingerprints of the bottle were upside down?
Take that!
It's actually easy to show you than explain, Your Honor. Place that ball on the floor next to your chair. Excuse me, on the floor. Yes, now reach down and pick it up. Without getting off your chair. Ah! See? You're naturally good to pick up the ball by its neck. With your fingers upside down. Look at this photograph taken on the night of the murder. Defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here. Playing piano, balls of grape juice on the floor at the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the ball upside down several times. Wow, I can't believe it was that simple. Recall our dinner that evening, Christoph. I was drinking my usual juice then too. Basically, you need to use you use the bottle on the table to have deed. But then you must have remembered. So you went to pick up one from the bottles from under the piano. And you switched the bottles. You took the oh. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the middle one. That's why the card's missing. Oh my god. Gagged. Order. What do you have to say for these charges, Mr. Gavin? Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. What? You claim that I switched the bottle? Where's your proof? Proof? Well, that's as I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty. I won't be so sure about that. Your Honor? When you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, you recall I requested an additional investigation? Oh yes. I have your memo about it here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the bush. Yeah. And here's one of the bottles in question. Yeah, here we go. The card's gonna be in here now. What? Are you going to dust that for fingerprints too? I'd be surprised if any on that potatoes. Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. That ball wouldn't bear any trace of anything. Say, Apollo. Yes? Why don't you go ahead and examine that ball? But why? Assuming. Mr. Wright. That ball was solve the case once for all. What? So the card's gonna be in here. That's some ball. Oh look, what do we have right here? Oh my god, is that the 5 of hearts? There's something inside this bottle. What's this? The card. It can't be. Recall the unpleasant woman's in testimony for a moment. Miss Olga Orley? Yes. Our little swindling Devochka. At night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. I might have lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. And Smith searched him. But that planted card was gone. The trap failed. Wait, this isn't... You're telling me that this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned is a piece of testimony. I went to my hand in my pocket and found a card. Yeah, I snuck a peek in it and found it was 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card for the game. Disposed? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. Threw the card inside the bottle. Oh my god. I actually really like this case. 5 of hearts. This is the card. Bottles were swapped. The only one who could have done that was the 4th person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Oh, his little hair flip. Oh. Oh dear. He defied gravity for a second. Actually, like, kind of worried. That's all. You go snap. This your idea of revenge, Phoenix, right? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. I passed along my logic. Straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Quite literally the finger of justice. It's me. I'm Apollo Justice. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete. What does that mean? Tit for tat, maybe? Let me Google Translate French. Google Translate French. Oh, that's scary. It instantly said French. I can't do the umlaut. I can't do the accents. Face to face. Oh my god, yeah. That makes sense.
This is insane. What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone?
Yeah, actually, he did nothing. That's great. I believe this time we've finally come to the end of our trial. Mr. Crane, do you have a report for us on Christoph Gavin?
He's admitted everything. We've prosecuted his arrest now.
I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim, did he?
Not that we know of.
Mr. Wright, do you have anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on this matter. About the victim, Mr. Shady Smith. His occupation was listed as traveller. Daddy. An odd profession to be sure. And that's all we know about him.
I'll arrange a follow-up investigation, Your Honor.
Good. Mr. Wright? Yes? 7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch. You still haven't lost your touch. Christoph Gavin was a man of much significance for me, both as a friend and a lawyer. He was extremely talented to be sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. This was a place where no injustice would be tolerated. This courtroom. Second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? On his first day. The fact that it's his first lawyer job, that must be traumatic. You have to do this crap. This is a dark time for our legal system. The twisting of justice is brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to say it right.
Mr. Wright.
Work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to it. Well, this seems like a good time to announce the verdict. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Felix Wright. Not guilty, yay! I'm really tired, by the way. I can't tell if you can tell if the energy levels has gone down. Court is adjourned. And I've definitely been slurring words. Yeah, I mean, we are nearly done now, unless there's way more. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of story, actually, now. April 20th, 4:28 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Ooh. Thanks, Apollo. Getting through. Just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered Mr. the killer. I couldn't have done it myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Really? Yeah, this is a sensitivity I lack. You come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means... I have one question for the witness then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is that true? Of course it's true. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? What was that, Mr. Wright? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. The answer? Right. They're just full of questions and answers. Most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Huh? Wait, you don't know, do you? His locker. It's a key. Huh? Oh, that reminds me. I met the girl whose picture's in your locker. Cutie patootie. Your daughter, right? That's right. She's my daughter. You know, you're right about this locker. Yeah? I took this off his neck up. You know? I took this off his neck the night he died. But it looks like all the dear Russian scam while I saw him. The truth is, this locker really did belong to him. Wait, but that's perjury. Testify, you said that locker was yours. Said no such thing, actually. Huh? I merely said it was a locker with my daughter's picture. Why does this random man have a picture of his daughter? What? A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And that's the truth. Wait, but then, why? Why was the victim wearing a locket of a picture of your daughter inside her? Sometimes the surest path isn't the true, to the truth isn't the best one. Give it time. You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I might be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo? Yeah? How about going to work for me? Eh? You mean at the Wright and Co. law offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. I can't imagine to be true, but that to be true, but wait, but didn't you? You're not. Oh, I turned in my badge. Yeah, I'm not an attorney anymore. That isn't 7 years ago. That legendary trial. Oh, and at the middle of it all was one man, Phoenix Wright. The case reached its sad conclusion, and he left law for good. What the fuck happened? Well, have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? Not qualified to stand in court of law, I'm afraid. Did you notice, in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. No, what? Forged evidence? What are you talking about? Talking about the evidence that shouldn't have existed. No image is just true. Yeah, the card. One piece of evidence that struck me as odd. It's true. It just seemed, well, too perfect. I bet this was forged evidence. Why are we using forged evidence? I don't like that. We're doing bad stuff. I was a bad girl. I did some bad things. You mean this, don't you? That's from your daughter, Mr. Wright. Yes. Like I couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Well, Jojo Siwa was just gonna pop out and start dancing to Karma. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left. That's why he was that shocked. Even the one card in his place. Luckily for us. Court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud. How can you be such? Oh, see, he wasn't lying, but he knows it's a fake because he obviously has the real one. Okay. And then if he admits it, then we know he's lying. I think the only person clear was, yeah, it's literally this, but would be the one to the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. The verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Then you really... Yes, I forged this card. Oh my god, Phoenix. Why would you do that? Well, look, the crime scene should have told you it wasn't real. But you can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney. Calling themselves an attorney, Apollo. So it's true? The rumor is true? 7 years ago. Oh, that matters much now, does it? He may be a liar, but he may be daddy. Ah. Oh. I punched him. Oh. Okay, Apollo. Gag him much. It's your story from there on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop in if you like. Mr. Wright. Oh, I'll pay you up a go. Try yelling, take that next time. I've had a little bit more of a punch. Apollo, thanks for today. Had a good time. And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. And that's how my first trial ended. A lot of mysteries went unsolved, and at the time, I had no idea they were related. Every mystery that day, connected by a single thread of logic. I found out that soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins. How sweet. Okay, so what we normally do is we save, and then we load in the next chapter. Just to see what's happening. To get a vibe. So let's do that. But we are ending stream after this. Episode 2, Tournament Corner. Oh my god, that's trippy. As long as we draw breath, the wheels of fate turn. Oh! Oh! That's the door. Oh! Okay, what the hell is happening? It's like a traveling cart. Spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And one of the wheels stops. Oh! I like the 3D modeling in this. You die. Okay, I mean, well, That's interesting to see. Okay, so there's obviously going to be... We're going to see the daughter now, I guess. And I guess... And Phoenix probably will be here then. But yeah, well, just for that. I mean, we just hit 2 hours as well. Love that. Yeah. That was the first trial of Apollo Justice. And I will say, honestly, probably one of my favourite trials. And like, it might be recency bias, because it's obviously been a while since we played Phoenix Wright. But like, I don't know, I thought that was just a really good trial. I did not expect Christoph to be the killer. It was literally that moment where we were talking about the blue, and I was like, wait a minute. No. It was the slow realization. But to be fair, I will say, I guess the fact that there's like 5 people, and like we'd already ruled out 3 of them. And it was obviously not going to be Winston. It was like, oh shit, it has to be Christoph. But yeah, it was enjoyable. I really enjoyed that trial. It did... I was going to say it dragged on a bit. It really didn't. I think it was just because I was tired both times we played it. But yeah, honestly, it's going good so far. And I like Apollo. And I like Homeless Phoenix. Both of them are a vibe. Even though we're writing co-law officers, who's clearly not homeless. But, you know, here we are. But anyway, I am going to end it there. Thank you for watching, guys. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And also turn notifications on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at JVK3L3. I post other forms of content on there. You know, support me on all those platforms, and this platform just helps the channel grow and all that sort of stuff. If you've done all of that, make sure you join the Discord that's pinned in the chat. You get to vote on what games to play next. You get notified when I'm live, and you get notified when I upload, so you never miss out on anything. But yeah, I'm going to end it there because obviously very late, and we just finished a very long trial. I'll hopefully speak to you all tomorrow. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Good night.